Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This will be taken short.
At their own 20-yard line.
He's crashing. Hey, alert.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Come on, 180. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Hey, alert 3. Hey, 96 is coming. You know, Mike, 96. Hey, tight down. There you go. Check.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Box it. Hey, take 26. Hey, Delta. Mike 42, check. Mike it down.
Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. 26. Hatchet, plant.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check curls. Check your hot read. 25, check 25.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. And he takes us all the way down to the Bears' 11. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And an alley to run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Cohen. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up 2nd and long.
General West.
Now Jones. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Over. 150. Mike 42. Hey, orbit. Yes. Check. 42's the mic. Check. 42's the mic. Here it comes. Check. Right. Out.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
6-6, pull it high. Slam. We are going. Check 37. We don't get up.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Mike 42. Coming. Get Mike. Right now. You got 58. Kill. Check 9. Check. We didn't get it.
They'll run it with Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Hey, black. Yeah, Liz. Wide, get wide. Callie, don't let Callie. Check 24. Protein spill. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. On first down, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Watch the ship. Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, Mike. Check 4. Back north. Sponge. No.
On second down, it's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Oko, over here. Get 300. Get 300. Zoom. You gotta get moving, man. Hey, Haywood. Mike, moving again.
Now Rodgers to throw on third down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Under 10. Watch out. 22 jet bombers. Alert. 42's the mic. It's our time.
This is Cohen. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They go play action. Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
X3, 218, chopper. Mike's 42. I got him. Check.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
He's coming. Hey, check 26. Pilot, 64, weak. Mike 42. Man, I got you. Back north. Shit. No. Hey, 88.
They'll run on first down. Jones. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Inside. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, exit. 42's the mic. Box in, go to 50.
From the 40 now on second down. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Inside. Check. 42's the mark. 42's the mark. Chopper. Switch. Roll right. Whip. Watch the whip. Plant.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A 14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Hey, two. Mike 42. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, right left. Switch gears. Switch. Right left. Check the backer. Jump out.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 1st down, it's Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Trubisky. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They start from scratch here, so to speak, 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jones. The 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 47 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Bears take over. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back now at Lambeau. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Check, 42's the mark. I got one. Motion. Mike 42. 18. 42.
They try again with Cohen, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He's checking ground.
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
Alert three. Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I
there?
didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Check. Bang. Bang. 26. Small.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he finds the tight end, Reed. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have that there was an incompletion, they would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Hey, echo.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Cat 300. Cat 300. Check the hot read. 25. We are going. Check 25.
Running right, Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 31. Check 31. Number 50. Hey, wahoo. Mike 42. Mike 42. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Watch the edge. Check 13.
And the blitz does come. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run.
Again, it's Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Shit! Here, Mike. Hey, high 7. Check 99. Slam, slam.
Rodgers to throw. And Adams has it. Good play. That one goes for 24 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
You draw quarters. 42's the mic, boy. 42. 42's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Jump out. Slam. Twist. Alert flare. Flare. Look over here.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Slam. Wow. Back north. Watch the twist. Inside.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Rosas puts this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson.
We got this.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
It's a loss of 8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Packers, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.